Hello! Now, I've seen a couple of people that were looking into wanting multiple rigs on one screen. So what we're going to do is I'm going to delete all of these, and I'm going to bring in, you're going File, Append, into my Blender file folder. Now I've already got a tutorial folder set up, but you'll have to locate it, and I have PaintRig v3 in here. I'm going to click Append on that one, and then I get this screen, which will give me the option for multiple different options, but what we're looking for is Object. And now we have all of these, which is quite a lot, but I'm literally just going to press A to select all of it and hit Append. And now we have our rig. Some of you that are more familiar with Blender will realise that for some reason they're all backwards. Don't correct this because everything else will be backwards too. Next up, I'm going to select the head, because if we go into rendered mode now, you'll notice bright pink. Obviously we don't want that. So with the head selected, which I select with right click, some of you will select with left click, so depending on your settings. I'm going to go shading, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to add in texture, and I'm going to go texture 1 and use this one. And we have the texture. And that is that bit done. But there is a slight issue, because something that is going to come up, this material is currently called texture. So we're going to rename this to character 1, or you can name it rig 1. It doesn't actually matter what you name it. And the texture is called text, and all the other textures that we're going to use are also called text, which means we need to rename the texture too. So I'm going to name this one also rig 1. That will now ensure that we've got them both names as something different. What we're next going to do, I'm going to select everything with A, and I'm going to go into 7 to look in top-down view, and I'm going to duplicate, move the mouse around, and I can then just click to place it, and I'm going to rotate it so it's looking here. Oh, accidentally did that slightly wrong. What I'm also going to do, bring this down, and then click on this little filter button and go on selectable, and I'm going to open on the same outliner under row bone. I'm going to click that, and you'll notice that some of these aren't selectable, so I'm going to make these selectable. Now if I press A to select all, 7 to look in top down, D to duplicate, rotate it, now I have everything. However, it's also, as you'll notice, brought the texture with it, but we have a fix for that. So obviously we have rig 1 now. The same material is called rig 1, material is called rig 1, material is called rig 1. We don't want that. So for this one I'm going to turn off this and add on a new material, and call this one rig 2. And I'm going to add in on this principled shader. I'm going to go into Shift A, texture, image texture, connect it up. I'm going to go open, Blender, tutorial, and I'm using texture 2 for this one. That one in. It's a different face. You'll also notice that it didn't change the body. So I actually need to go into the body, change this over to rig 2, the arm, change it to rig 2, this arm, change it to rig 2, this leg, rig 2, and this leg, rig 2. And now I have that one. Now for the third one, again, I need to get rid of that texture, add in a new one, rig 3, texture, image texture, connect it up, open, Blender, tutorial, texture 3, and then once that's done, go to this one, rig 3, and then this one, rig 3, and then the body, rig 3, the leg, rig 3, other leg, rig 3. There we have it. 3 different characters, all using rigs. You'll also notice that if I go into pose mode, that it works for all of the different parts. And all of these will work equally. I should be able to select all of them and go into pose mode at the same time if you're using Blender 2.8 Plus. Just for ease of use. Allow you to pose all of them at once. Just makes it a lot easier. And I'm not actually doing much in terms of posing here, I'm just playing a bit to show that they all work. Brilliant. Thank you very much for watching, and that's the end of the video.